Hi, this is Steven, and in this video, I want to answer this question that I've been asked multiple times. I posted something on Facebook not too long ago. It says that in a few years, my team and I analyzed over 3,000 real estate investment opportunities. Comment how if you want to know more about how we went about it. So this is the case study. I am recording it for basically the people that replied and said that they wanted to get some more information. Here are all the people that said they wanted some more info. And I'll decide if I want to post it for more people outside of the people that replied. So here is the case study. So the way that we went about it is that we decided to use social media, all right, in a way that was really, really interesting. So what we did is that we used two tools specifically and then one resource, okay? So the websites that we use, the first one is realtor.ca. You can do this in the US as well, realtor.com or Zillow, or there's other websites that you can use as well. But this is the website that we use, and then the way that we went about it is that like we decided on like an area that we were interested in looking into. So for example, let's say that I'm looking at Smiths Falls, Ontario, and this is where I want to buy my real estate, okay? And also let's say that I'm interested in multifamily real estate. So I would go here, go multifamily, and then set myself up like that. It's like 14 listing. There's 14 listing right now, and then there's like 2 page worth of listings. Okay. I personally advise to widen your horizon when it comes to looking for real estate, so that you're not really stuck to like one small little city that only has 14 listing. You can do like bigger, and like you could do all of Ontario, for example, or all of Saskatchewan, on all of New Brunswick, all of Chicago. It gives you like just more and more options. But just to keep it simple, let's say you're looking at Smiths Falls, you have like all these listings, right? So most people, what they would do is that they would call, they would take a look at the property like that online, and then if there's some information about the income and expenses and whatnot on the listing, they try to grab that, or they give a call to the real estate agent and then try to figure out a way to get the real estate agent on the phone so that they're able to get more information about the property. But like what I went and did is that this is what I was doing at the beginning. I would call, get a bit of a discovery call with the agent, kind of explain who I am and what I do, and then get them to hopefully reply to me, and then I would follow up personally myself, like on the phone, by email, maybe texting them. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Not crazy work, but it was a lot of work because we were really active and pushing and looking at buying more and more real estate. So it was a lot of work. So instead, what I did is that I did a different approach, right? So at first, this was kind of the process. I would put like my name, email, and stuff, and then I would like send them an email, explain who I am, what I do, click send, and then get them, wait for them to get back to me. Okay. And then when they would get back to me, they would send me. So for real estate, for especially multi-units or flips or anything that you're trying to add value to, like you really want to get a good sense of what the numbers looks like. So what I would do is that I would come in, get all this information, and then once I would have this information, I would go and then move to this other software called DealCheck. And then in the description, I'll leave you a link. It's an affiliate link. So essentially, if you decide to jump in and pay for the membership package, very, very cheap, very affordable. But if you decide to jump in, they'll send me a few dollars as long as you remain a client. Okay. There's also a free version if you're not thinking that you're going to be going crazy and analyzing a lot of deals. If you're doing like a few deals every now and then, you can also jump in for free. So that's the software that I use. And then you can see on my post, I said we analyzed over 3,000 properties. But you could see here that we actually analyzed very, very close to 4,000 properties. And then every time that we would see something that made sense, we would make an offer for us or for our team or for one of our investors to jump in on that deal. So what I would do at first is that I would come in, send an email to this person. They would reply to me. I would like by email. I would grab the info, or we talk on the phone. I'd grab the information, and then I would put it up here on DealCheck, on the software. But it was very long, very tedious, very cumbersome, very troubling, very soul sucking. So instead, what I decided to do is that I decided to start working with a virtual assistant. And then I got my virtual assistant to basically reach out to all the real estate agents in different locations. Everyone that had a listing up, because the thing is this, and I'll go back a little bit before like so that it makes sense. So you're seeing this property listed for this price, okay? And then you're thinking, well, maybe you're thinking, well, it's too much. Like this is a duplex. They're selling for almost 400,000. That's around 200K per unit, based on the area. I think it's too much. But then the thing is this: like, if you don't make an offer on a property, you'll never really know like what they'd be willing to accept. As an example, there was a property at some point listed for $650,000, and I made an offer 400,000. And I remember at the time, my wife and I were talking about it. She was like, "Man, you're crazy. They're not. Well, she didn't say I'm crazy, but she said it's crazy. I don't think they're gonna go for this." And I said, "You know what? Like, let's make the offer." Made the offer. Offer got accepted, and then it was a great opportunity. So this is how you kind of look at that. You look at the property. You look at the property, you look at the details, you look at the number. You wouldn't let the number deter you, and then you would let basically your virtual assistant to come in, and then basically let you in on what's possible. What's possible is that you can actually get this property for the price that you want if you make an offer, right? But you'll never know if you do not make the offer. So what I would do is that, I would get my virtual assistant to come in and then enter the numbers, and then play with the numbers until they work. So for example, we have this property here that we were looking into. So that's the address. It's in Ontario. Lee is the virtual assistant that worked on this. Shout out to Lee, amazing virtual assistant. And then what would happen here is that, like, this is the price, 500,000. She'd look into it, she'd analyze it, and then if the numbers did not work, we wouldn't be like, okay, well, let's say this was the property, and then we entered it, and then the numbers did not work. Like we didn't get to the numbers that we wanted to. We wouldn't be like, okay, it's too bad, like let's call it a day. We would actually go in and then make some changes to these numbers. So we'd say, okay, well, it doesn't work at like 5,000, but like, can it work at like 450? And then we'd analyze it again, look at it, okay, see, okay, well, this is how much we need for the property. This is the cash flow that we would get. And if you don't know how to analyze properties, that's a story for a different time. But essentially, we would go in, make sure that we have the cash flow that we're looking for. In a coaching program that I signed up for, participated in, ended up coaching in, I was instructed to look for at least like a 5% cash on cash. So I would play with the numbers until we got there. So I would say, okay, well, what I really need, like, okay, well, here is great. Like, we'd get like a 6.1% cash on cash. So that was like it's a big difference, right? Like, let's say they're asking for 5, you're offering 4. That's like $100,000 difference. But at the same time, if you don't make the offer, you never know. So I would go in and then say, okay, well, all right, I want to be at like 5% cash on cash. To be at 5% cash on cash, the price needs to be 400,000. How am I going to get there? Okay, I'm going to put the offer, and then 5% cash on cash, or even like 6% cash on cash, would be like around that price. So I would actually like make it even more. I would go like a little lower. So I'd say like 375. Okay, 375. So if I was to get it, my numbers would be even better than I want them to be, which is great for me, great for the investors that are going to be working with me, great for everyone. So you're probably thinking, well, this is crazy, you know, person asking like for 500, you're here offering like so much less. Yeah, that's like that's how it works. Like you can't offer market price and then think that you're gonna have great investments, you know. So you have to offer less than it's worth, so that you're able to capture the equity, you're able to capture the value right away when you buy the property. So this is what we would do, you know. And then like virtual assistant, we'd go in and then basically, you know, open all these up. Okay, open all these up, and then like her job, for let's say she's working 20 hours a week for you. I say she, but like it could be a man or anything, or anyone, sorry. But essentially, yeah, you could like you get the virtual assistant to go in, boom, send an email to this person, let them know that you're interested in the property, that you're interested in getting the information about income and expenses, and then they would reply. Okay, they would reply. You would take the information. They would take the information, put it here, and then like play with the numbers until you get to like the cash on cash that you're looking for. If you don't want to go too crazy and then you feel like, hey, you know what, like this is a big difference in price, I just really want to offer like my max offer. Like you could offer, like, let's say you know, this amount, for example, right? Or you could say like you could play with the amounts to get to like really close to the cash on cash that you need. But in my experience, what would happen is that you, like, you know, when you do your inspection, things would come up that would make you want to potentially reduce the price. And then if you already offered, you know, if you offered a certain price, and then you want to lower the price even more after the inspection, then sometimes you risk losing a deal. But if they accepted this price, for example, you have a lot of room because you're like 2% over the cash on cash that you're looking for. So you have a lot of room. And then also you have a little bit of room for negotiation, because if they're like, you know what, no, we're not going to take 375, but we'll take 4, then it's great. But then if you offered like 400,000, and then they're not willing to take it, and then like where do you go, right? So the virtual assistant would go in, send a message here. They would go in, look for the next property, you know. So this one, for example, it's a different agent. They would go in, write to this agent, reach out to them, get the information, go in, look at this email, look at this listing. Sometimes there's going to be information here like that they'll be able to grab. So for example, the taxes are here, different things are here. You know, you would look at this one. I talked to Danny, by the way. Danny's great. You should reach out to her. Then I would like reach out, like send an email, you know, reach out to Tanya as well. Talk to Tanya. I actually met Tanya before. Great agent as well. Reach out, you know, and basically you would do that until you're done with all the listings. And then you get your virtual assistant to keep an eye here or get signed up so that they receive alerts. And then every time something comes up in your location, they would receive it, and then you would be able to like be the first to be able to look at the property, analyze it, and then quickly make an offer. Okay, so that's the process that I used. This process, as you can see, has made it possible for my team and I to analyze almost very, very close to 4,000 properties. So, you know, tweak it, make it yours. If you want to have more, if you have more questions about this and how it works and how you could do it for yourself and for your business, if you need a virtual assistant, you know, we're happy to help with that as well. We have great companies and great referrals and great teams a virtual assistant that we can connect you with. And then if you need the software to be able to actually analyze the deals and then put them all at the same place and have them all here, like all in one place, DealCheck is great. The link will be in the description. And yeah, that's the case study. So if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help. Okay, guys.